It's August 20th, 2012. We're at 110 Castilian in San Mateo. We had an issue over the weekend where the sewer line plugged up, so we dug the sewer line up where it exits the house right here by this camellia, and we put in a clean out right here. And now we have cleared the line, and now we're going to do a video all the way. We're going to do a video and try to get all the way out to the street pipe and see how things look. We're going in our cast iron two-way clean out here that will make the turn. There we are. We're going down the cast iron pipe. And so far we got a little debris actually right there. I think that's roots that just sort of fell down the pipe. I don't think that, yeah, because we're pushing it down. That just sort of fell down the pipe. That's not what we, that's wasn't the issue. Still cast iron pipe. Looks like it's cast iron going quite a ways from the house. We'll keep going out here a ways till we find an issue. We're 10 or 12 feet down the pipe, still cast iron, looks pretty good. We're making our way toward the sidewalk, which is about 34, 35 feet away. Right here we can see we're at a point where it changes from cast iron to clay pipe. Right here we're in the cast iron pipe, and if we go forward just a little bit, you'll see where it changes. You can tell it changes from cast iron to clay simply by the texture and the color of the pipe. And we're proceeding forward. Now this is very typical of clay pipe. We've gone about 3 feet and we pushed right into a big root ball. We're going to push through this. Camera's probably going to go underwater a little bit, and we'll see what it looks like going down the line. Lots of roots at this point. This is a very intense root blockage here. Let's see, we'll go ahead and continue push through it. You got to go a little quicker to get through this. So far it looks like we've gone through 3 or 4 feet of pipe with roots in it. Here we're coming up on another root blockage. Clay pipe has pieces about every 3 feet, and about every 3 feet you're going to have roots growing in the joints like this on clay pipe. And here we've got another one. This is about 3 root blockages growing in it, joints in a row. We'll continue through this next one. You can see they're all pretty solid. There's just a small passage. And now what we're coming up on, this is actually a green PVC pipe. This means that the city has done some work and replaced some lines in the roadway. And this looks to be some of that work. This is a very new era pipe, not old era at all. The very orangish pipe in the front is the clay, and the green pipe in the foreground is the PVC. We're going to follow that and see how far it goes out to the main. That was actually a pretty short repair, and looks like we only had 3 or 4 feet there of plastic pipe, and now we're coming up and going into more clay pipe. We're going to continue forward. Back into clay pipe here. There's some grease and small roots growing in those joints. Here we come up with another joint. They're only about every 3 feet. There's a little more roots and some grease in that one as well. We'll continue forward. Another 3 feet, another joint, more grease, more roots. Pretty obvious here. We have some small roots growing in, nothing like we did in, behind the sidewalk, and this is out in the roadway. We'll continue forward. Another clay pipe joint. This one looks pretty good, a little grease in it. This joint's got a few more roots, small roots growing in it, and some grease buildup on it. We'll continue forward. Small root growing in that joint as well. Pretty typical clay pipe with a little belly. Camera went just a little bit underwater. Here's another clay pipe joint. It actually looks pretty good, although this I'm sure is old original pipe. A little bit of an offset on this clay pipe joint. Not too bad. Pretty typical. This looks like we've gone all the way across the roadway, and we may be coming into the main. Let's go in just a little bit. Yeah, this definitely looks like we've gone into the main. We'll go in just a couple of feet, push down the line. It's a larger line. Okay, we confirmed we're all the way across the street. We did an electronic line locate. We're going to pull back again to the connection on the main. Here we are coming out of the main back into the lateral connection. There it is. That goes all the way across the street. Yeah, we're going to pause right here and do another electronic line locate. Okay, we're back from pause. We did an electronic line locate to find where it connects up to the main. We're going to come back across the street now and locate where the root issue starts. We're in the clay pipe in the roadway. Across the roadway, most of this pipe looks okay. The root intrusions and the grease buildup is very minor. We don't have a real issue until we get back to the about the width of a parked car on next to the street, or next to the sidewalk on the house side of the street. And here we're coming into the issue right now. We're going to pause here or go back forward to those roots and take another look. We're going to pause right here, do another locate, find out where these roots are. Okay, we're back from locate. We found this spot. We're going to continue back toward the house. That last root intrusion is out in the roadway. It's actually not really bad. The ones up toward the sidewalk are much worse. We'll be coming back into those here. This is the piece of plastic that's out in the roadway. Relatively short repair that I'm sure was done by the city some time ago. It's at the beginning of this plastic that the roots start to get very serious, and it's from the curb toward the house until we get behind the sidewalk that it looks really bad. So there's 6 or 7 or maybe 8 feet there that has a lot of roots in it. This is very serious root intrusion here. It's very tight. Fills up almost all the pipe. Camera just slips past down at the bottom. And the next joint we're coming up to looks pretty much the same way. Definitely a serious blockage there. And I think we're coming up on the third one here. So this is somewhere between 6 and 9 feet long. And there's one more. So it looks like there's like 4 or 5 serious root intrusions right in a row. And at this point, pretty soon we'll be going from the clay pipe, which is what we're looking at right here, to the cast iron pipe, which is right there. From this point back toward the house, it's cast iron pipe. We actually didn't see any difficulties at all. And this point is just behind the sidewalk, right next to the sycamore tree that's right behind the sidewalk, and we did mark it on the stepping stone out there. So now at this point we're going to pull back toward the house, and most of this line looks pretty good. Okay, we located this point. We're just behind the tree, behind the sidewalk, and we're coming across the lawn and back toward the house. We'll continue back toward the house. Okay, we're continuing back toward the house. It looks like somewhere just forward of the cleanout that we just put in, it appears that there's a short section of plastic pipe here I didn't see before. Maybe the lens was dirty, and there's probably another cleanout buried here somewhere that we didn't find. But we're going to just come back a couple of more feet, and then we'll be out of the pipe at the house. And here we are, out of the pipe, I think just forward of this clean out that we just put in right here, maybe 2 or 3 feet. There's somewhere buried under all these ferns. There may be another, buried in that area right there where all the ferns are. There may be another plastic cleanout buried down there. We'll probe around and see if we can find it, but this time we're going to call this end of video.